Upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Got some breathing room, and they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So the D-line's going to spread out. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks, and here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Well, the pressure gets to him again.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. Check round. Check round.
Back to throw. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And tough starting field position here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green 39. Green 39.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Back to throw. Shelton throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shelton going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st and 10, Shelton. This is Crowell on the catch. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down at the 28. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And some space here. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
3 yards to go here on 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. To throw on 2nd down. Shelton. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first and let everyone start to celebrate.
Now after the made field goal, Walsh back out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at its second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Check 43. Check 31. Check 31. Let's run, fellas. Let's run.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. The great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
This time he'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's got some space here. nearly goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play for the Bills on third down. 44 yards. On first down, Shelton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
All right, here we go.
Throwing again, Shelton. And he comes back with one complete. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's first and goal.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! Now, lucky 56! Lucky!
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
And some room to work. Takes us up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
He doesn't get many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number's going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking that a lot of times their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Snapper! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 319. 319. Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go. Ohio. Come on, let's go. 190. Ohio.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. He's going to field this at the 4. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Throwing on first down. Shelton. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Shelton. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Looking to throw. Shelton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
All right, here we go. All right, now, look at 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shelton over the middle, complete. It's James. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Now let's go. Detroit. Detroit. Hey, we got Leopard. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Coleman, the man in motion left.
Shift. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
On 1st and 10, Shelton. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So they're operating in the red zone. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second down following the run.
All right, now, look at 50. No. Check. Patriot now. Green.
Now a handoff looking right. And some room to maneuver. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. The Bills on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Second down, here's Crowell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
The Bills on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Shelton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wood. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And they give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Shelton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
We use in this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, now look at 56. Let's go.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.